He's sitting there doing nothing.
We always run out of room in the magazine. This is the ODI Nomad grip.
If you can't get it, he's lying to you.
And crash my brains out.
James Stewart style.
James Stewart style.
Good morning, early morning. Back at our stomping grounds testing dirt bikes. It's vlog 41. We have a Beta 200 two-stroke. We have a GPX. I believe it's a 300. It is TSC 300L. We have a Jared Hicks, Backyard Designs. He's sitting there doing nothing. And then we have Mark Tilley. He is filling gas on the TM MX 250 two-stroke. Ryan Surratt is also here, ready to ride some dirt bikes. But Mad Dog Mark Tilley, what is this bike? What does it do, and how does it ride?
This is a TM 250. I guess it would be considered the race edition. TM has a couple motorcycles. I think in the 250 they have this in a motocross style and then in a off-road style. I don't want to say it's like their factory edition, but the importer is kind of making it to where you can build your own and put certain stuff on it that other bikes don't have. They're also doing it with a 85, like a super mini style motorcycle that I guess has had lots of success at Loretta's in the years past, but just kind of trick parts that they don't come stock with straight off the showroom floor.
Like what's the deal on this tank? Because that's kind of like off-road with the larger tank.
Yeah, and so the off-road version, similar to the motocross version, but with the bigger tank, different tires, and gonna have an 18-inch rear wheel.
I was gonna ask you that.
And then it's got, like, you know, map switches to where you can do different stuff. Got, like I said, different graphics, and there's other little internal things that are different.
And it has a kickstart boss still, so you could technically add a Kickstarter to it if you want.
Yes, yeah, and I think that's a thing that comes with TM. Like, you have those options because I think they use the same cases for a lot of different motorcycles. But all TMs are kind of cool motorcycles to test because they're all hand built. There's only a limited number that come out of Italy. Even if they could sell more bikes on the world's kind of stage, they won't, because they want to keep them handmade. I mean,
yeah,
sand cast cases. They're really good looking motorcycles. Again, they're a niche kind of group of somebody that's going to buy them. Now they have, I believe, KYB suspension in the front. They still have a shock that's made in-house at TM. So in years past, we've raved about the stability of these motorcycles. This one, we've actually been riding a little bit. You'll see a video come out with Carson Brown on it. He wrote it and gave us his opinion on it.
Well, if it still runs after that.
Overall, the bike, I think, is a little bit more rigid than the average guy would kind of like. We're gonna have Ryan Surratt ride it today and tell us what he thinks. Again, not an average guy, but Ryan's coming back from an injury, so maybe he won't be punishing it as much. But yeah, I mean, so cool motorcycles. We do have also other bikes here. We have the Beta 200, and this is the race version of the Beta 200.
I like the Beta's still making the 200, because I always talk about it, but I rode that project KTM 200, and that thing.
Oh, Linden's
that
KTM
thing
200
was incredible. It was on the older KTM. Well, at the time it was the newer chassis. Now it's considered old, but that older engine and that chassis was pretty dang good. Like, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, and I don't understand why KTM stopped making them.
200 is awesome.
I mean, they sold, and maybe it's a thing to where they might bring them back. But yeah,
I hate that for them that they don't have one.
Yeah, well, and it's what I bet there's a lot of people that hate it just like you. But this 200, like you said, 200 is a sweet motorcycle. They're just fun to ride. They're maybe not on the racing side, and somebody that's gonna, you know, and maybe not out in Southern California and on the West Coast where we do more high speed off-road, but something that is more East Coast oriented, maybe tight technical trails.
Tight, I think this is the tighter, like burlier getting up and over. This bike is pretty sick.
Yeah, well, and I mean, because you are that guy that likes, you always look at it and you say the tighter the better. This is that bike that will excel in that. So we have this one out here. Again, this is in the race form. We have been riding this one too. Just a little heads up. We like it just like we like most of the 200s that we test. But it's got a lot of different features. We're gonna have Jared Hicks in a video riding this one. So Jared, not really the best at doing tight technical trails. Jared is the opposite of you, Travis. Jared isn't all about the tight stuff. He likes it to be a little bit more open. I just don't think he excels at the tight stuff. So we'll kind of see. I mean, he's got his supplements going on. It looks like he's doing some cashews.
Yeah, that's a lot of nuts in your mouth.
Not the first time.
Yeah, he does like that trail mix. He's a little mixed up. So like I said, great motorcycle, Maxxis tires. It's beta, has the build your own beta program, all that kind of stuff. So there is a lot of stuff that you can do on the side, but it comes with, you know, all the bells and whistles. Got map switches, you got computers, onboard computers. I like that they have the handguards. I'm loving the handguards. Also, even the bike we have behind you. A lot of people lately have been wanting something with a more economical tune to it. This is a 300cc two-stroke. Comes with a larger tank. Comes with, you can kind of see it right here, like it's got onboard computer. Starts up fairly easily. But more of it's the GPX Moto TSE 300L. It comes with kind of a gummy tire on there. We have, again, been riding this bike a little bit. You know, it's for the average guy that's looking to get in under 10 grand. I believe this bike's about $7,000.
Which anymore, if you look at any of the off-road bikes that are offered by OEs right now, it's getting harder and harder to find something under 10.
Yeah,
it was only the Austrians that were like at that tipping point, but now it's almost, if you look at MSRPs on these bikes now, and off-road bikes, they're even moto right there at 10 or right just shy of it.
Yeah, you figure most of the bikes that come equipped like this with a headlight, all these bells and whistles, they're going to be over 10 grand, some of them up to 14 grand. We definitely do need, I know that GPX Moto Pitster Pro is also imported by the same people that are importing Covey. And again, Covey, you saw in our 450 shootout, did fairly well. You know, you gotta kind of think about that stuff, and so it's a little bit different mentality. Is this your KTM beta guy? No. Is this a guy that wants to get out there and ride and have fun, maybe go with the kids and only spends, you know, a certain amount of time? Again, comes with handguards. The TM that we just saw over there doesn't have its own handguards on there. So some of the bikes that we test don't come with their own handguards. So yeah, we can give them a bad time, or people can give them a bad time about, oh, that's a KTM replica, or oh, that's a Husky replica, or whatever it is, and it works. Like, so it's definitely a thing to where they're taking those entities, just like with the Covey. It has more technology than what like the new Suzuki does when it has an electric start and on the fly mapping. And is it a better motorcycle? Yeah, for some people maybe it might be.
Yeah,
for a price point.
In fact, if you own a GPX and you came across this video, why don't you give us your feedback on your personal bike? We'd love to hear what you have to say. We love reading the comments. We try to respond as best as we can. But yeah, just for fun, if you got a GPX, tell us what you think, where you ride, and how she does, so other people that might be interested, you know?
It seems like everybody that we've talked to and people that come up to us, like I said, GPX, Covey, everybody that has these motorcycles raves about these motorcycles. So a bike that you're gonna go race a National Hare and Hound on, or do a maybe more towards a hard enduro? No, probably not. But how many people are going to do that?
That's so vertical.
Not very many people. Like it's kind of, you were riding on your dual sport the other day, and you were kind of looking at it and you're going, man, it took me 3 hours to go 10 miles on stuff that, you know, Cody Webb would not even think twice about it. And
15 minutes.
But the average guy isn't that guy. The average guy is just a guy that wants to go out, have fun, ride with his buddies, and then go back to you know, have a beer and hang out. And you know, there's place in the marketplace, I think, for it. And these bikes have come a long way. We've tested the very first one way back in the day that came into the United States. I remember putting it online for a two-stroke Tuesday, and it completely blew up and was just one of those things to where it was news then. And now it's one of those things to where, hey, this is maybe not the norm yet. Hey, it's a great option, and we're here for it. We're definitely here for it. They're trying to make them better. This is a way better version of what we originally tested.
Well, with that being said, hey, knuckleheads, both of you guys ought to get geared up.
Oh, the other thing, the other thing I think we're gonna do on the vlog, we always run out of room in the magazine for product tests and a bunch of stuff like that. We kind of set stuff aside. New products, we put a lot in the magazine. We're gonna do a thing that we call product spotlight, and some of it's gonna be stuff to where, hey, this this is a brand new thing. We think it's kind of cool. Or, hey, here's a new thing. What do you guys think? And we want your guys' feedback on stuff, but there is going to be some stuff that we have tested. We do have some products. I'll run and grab some of those products, but we do have some products that we want to let you guys aware of, and then what we thought about them, and then kind of go from there. So I think every vlog, we're going to try to do 2 or 3 of them. So if there's something that you guys want us to try out, something new to the market, or if you have a company and you want us to try your product out or feature your product in our product spotlight, let us know in the comments. Travis tries to reply to everybody on this stuff, and if he's not doing it, somebody else is doing it, but let us know about this stuff. And let me go grab some of those products. I'll be right back. Okay, so first one we got, we're just gonna kind of show you. These are the new CNC machined aluminum foot peg mounts for your Cowie, KX250, KX450, come with, from Works Connection, come with a titanium pin. These have a problem after a while, do a lot of riding on KX450s. After a while, the stock ones get hollowed out and they'll the peg will droop. Works Connection sent us these. We're gonna try them out, see what it goes. The other way you can do is X models come with a kickstand on it as well. You can switch it out with these. So something kind of cool, something they've made Yamaha ones in the past that change stuff. This doesn't change any of the ergonomics because you can change that with the Cowie already. They already have adjustable peg mounts, but this is an aluminum version with titanium pins from Works Connection. We'll give you more on that later on.
So more reinforcement than...
More durability.
Yeah.
So if you ride a KX250, KX450 for a long period of time, spend lots of time in the saddle, the pegs will kind of go from like this angle to like that angle, and it, slips off, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to be running them with IMS pegs to kind of see how they work. And then this is a product, this is the ODI Nomad grip, version 2 lock-on grip system, anti-vibration, anti-shock, D30 or D30, what some people call it, but more like we said before, going after the pillow top style pro taper grip, but this is the new Nomad grip from ODI. Showed you guys it a few months ago, had multiple people riding on it and seeing what they thought of it. And my opinion, for me personally, it's a little bit larger than their standard half waffle grip. You do notice the anti-vibration, anti-damping kind of material working. Is it something that you just go, oh my God, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread? And if you got a bike that vibrates a lot, you will notice it more than on a bike that doesn't vibrate a lot. For me personally, I enjoy this grip trail riding. I don't really go to racing with this grip because it is a little bit larger, and I have smaller hands than maybe the average guy. But for me, it kind of makes me pump up a little bit because I gotta hold on. It feels like I gotta hold on a little bit tighter. These will flex, like you kind of look at that, and those will flex a little bit more. So it's more of a comfort grip. For me personally, not a racing grip, but more of a comfort grip. For long rides, it's great. I think for the average person that's just trail riding, just doing stuff, it does have the gnarls on the back to where it has that traction, but a good trail grip in my opinion. And a lot of people I have seen a lot of people racing with them. Even some of our test riders, didn't mind the fact that it kind of moves around a little bit and have bigger hands than me and can do it. But a great version. It's got the lock on just like all the other ones. It comes with the throttle tube in there as well. Don't know if they're gonna make this in a universal style to where you can throw the grip on your throttle tube. But another option if you're looking for a little bit more comfort. Maybe you have softer hands, you want to do that. If you're looking on the race side, you might want to try it out before you throw it on, before you go race with it. Just like anything, you want to make sure. But a great trail grip, and I think that's what ODI was going after. So check them out. You can get more information on their website, or stay tuned for more from us.
Crank it up, soldier boy. Since you work at Backyard Designs, do you think we could get some people maybe a discount code?
Yeah, it's just a dirt bike.
Dirt bike, and what is it? What's the
25%?
Dang, so if you
25% off.
use the code at checkout, dirt bike, and you'll get 25% off. You heard it straight from the source. So if you can't get it, he's lying to you, but I'm pretty sure you'll get it.
At the end of the year, we're picking one guy that uses the code, and we're giving away Travis Fant KTM 450.
No, we aren't. Don't listen. Don't listen to him. Andy Jefferson, don't watch this. Alright, that's it. The Beta 200, GPX 300, and TM 250 MX. You saw a video of Ryan Surratt on the TM, video of Mark Tilley on the GPX, and then you saw Jerry Boy Hicks impress us quite a bit on the Beta 200 two-stroke. He warmed up. He did actually a couple more rock stunts than the other two, who were also off-road pros. Jared's the only one that was specific in his pro days, was Supercross and outdoors only. Surratt raced Supercross, then he switched over to the off-road. He went to the dark side. Tilley raced Supercross a little, but his claim to fame when he became Mad Dog Mark Tilley was actually once he went off-road. But Jared, being Supercross only, kind of James Stewart style, showed these boys how to do it on the Beta 200.
Did you do outdoor nationals too?
I did 1 year.
Show him your arm. Let's see your arm.
I did this. That kind of ended my outdoor.
Did you make outdoor nationals, or did that end it?
Yeah, you made it.
I made a couple, but
did you?
I did more outdoors than I did Supercross.
And I'm not gonna have you
I
answer
only
because
made-
you did top 10 in
top
Supercross.
10.
So
Yeah,
And
I only
that's a
made
different
one
stage.
Supercross night show and crashed my brains out. Did a cool whip off the finish line my last time in my last chance qualifier and never went back.
Tilly, you rode the GPX, fun.
You know what?
But you've ridden all three.
Yeah, I've ridden all three. The 200 is just sweet. It does feel like a long motorcycle, just like a lot of the beta platforms do. Really flat, and that seat's not your friend, but just a sweet motorcycle. Just it carbureted really well. It's just not too much power, but enough to get you where you need to go and do what you want to do. The TM is it's a race bike. Like, it's a barker. It sounds good. You're here in the video. Listening to Ryan ride it, it sounds like a really well-built two-stroke, throaty, like just what you would want a two-stroke to sound like. A little on the rigid side for my particular liking, but I think the faster you go on it, the better it works. And the GPX, it looks the part. I mean, that you could tell that they were going after the KTM 300. Motor-wise, it has characteristics of the KTM 300. Really just kind of, slow revving power, what you would expect on a trail bike. It doesn't have the power and the response of a KTM 300, but you're not paying the premium price for it. The gummy tires that are on there, I've never ridden on Cordile, I think is what they are, but gummies front and rear makes for a very interesting ride, coming into corners and stuff like that. So I was blowing a lot of corners on the video, as you could see, but I would probably take the gummy tire off the front, and I think you'd get a little bit more feel. There's stuff that you would definitely change, for sure. The seat's really flat and really hard, even though it kind of looks like it's got some, cushion to it. It doesn't, but it starts really well. It seems to be, this one is carbureted way better than the earlier models. It doesn't do that kind of lean surge. It's just a really mild-mannered trail bike. I mean, for what they built it for, it does that stuff really well. I mean, if you're gonna push it, you could probably revalve suspension and do stuff, but if you're just riding around and you just want something that's gonna start, you know what, it's pretty impressed by it, to be honest with you. Maybe change the tires, but definitely change the gummy on the front. The fan kicked on, it didn't overheat. It's a viable option if you're just looking for something to go trail riding with maybe the kids on the CRF 125s or KLX 110s, or whatever you're going after. It's not a bad motorcycle. So there'll be a full test on it in the upcoming issue of Dirtbike magazine. I believe it's in the February issue. If you're seeing this video, it's probably be on our website as well, a little bit more in-depth testing.
And that's the end of Vlog 41. TM, Beta, and GPX all today. You saw the boys ride it, a little sneak peek. We'll have videos on each individual motorcycle on the YouTube channel. Maybe by the time you're watching this, those are live, so check it out. Make sure to subscribe. That's how you stay up to date with Dirtbike magazine, what we're filming, what we're doing, what we're testing. And if you're in the market for a new bike, we might have already tested a bike that you're looking at, and we can give you a review before you spend your hard-earned dollars on that motorcycle. Head over to dirtbikemagazine.com. We have the latest news, reviews, all the updates on Supercross, off-road NGPC, GNCC when that's going on. You can find all that stuff at dirtbikemagazine.com. But until next time, we'll see you down the trail.